The sun's actually going down, so I should probably try to hurry. Unless I've completely lost it, there should be a car right up here if I just follow the trail of dead zombies. I think it was up here. Yeah. Maybe? There it is. I was worried for a sec, actually. Yeah. Just make sure all the gear is still here. Yep. And we're good to go. Now, I didn't exactly mean to start this in what is essentially the middle of my progression in this game. I would have loved to have shown you starting out down at the coast, working my way up north, finding this vehicle. But I'm inept and screwed up the recordings, so I suppose we're going to start in the middle of the story, where we are on Exile, Arma 3, but it's not just ordinary Exile. This is Crazy Mike Exile. This is Exile Apocalypse, which is a pretty neato modded version of Exile that's striving to recreate that original DayZ feel, which I think it's done pretty successfully. Lots of little work like animations, foliage, custom map that I'll show you here in a minute. But it's all just going to be a lot of fun to explore, and I'll jump right into it and try to give some explanation as to what I'm currently doing, since I did manage to skip about half of the content that I could have provided. But started off south, found a Makarov, killed a dude with this car, took it, crashed it immediately, repaired it. It essentially looted around, got some weapons, gear, plus a shiny new blueprint for a base, which is pretty cool. I'll show you that in a bit. And we're going to be looking to finish building that base. I've already traveled up north, gotten some materials from the Quarry, and some materials from the industrial areas around Cherno. So what I'm currently on the hunt for is the last few pieces I need to start building that base. And I suppose I'll be back whenever I find them, or if something else interesting happens. So we're here. Bit of an issue. It's starting to turn nighttime. And I'm not sure if I've... Oh, zombie. He doesn't see me. I'm not sure if I have a pistol that I can equip flashlight onto. I don't think I do, and that zombie definitely sees me, so... I guess I get to use this thing. A golden revolver. Let's see if I can hit him. Ooh! Okay, that's not good. That's what I get for staying in the field. They can't hit me while I'm in my vehicle, luckily. Deal with these guys. Okay, run. Get back. This does create a bit of an issue, because if you're new to Exile, what you might not know is that after you take about 50% of your damage, you are incapacitated and have broken legs, which means currently, if I check my health, on my totally post-apocalyptic cell phone, I have to get out of the vehicle. You'll see that I am at 34%, which means I am in trouble, as I need to get food and water to get my strength back up to walk, and I'll have to just use this. Now, this will hurt me. 15% of my HP will be gone because I ate that, but hopefully, despite losing some blood from eating some uncooked food, getting my food and water levels back up, as you can see down there in the bottom right, will heal me back up. Don't have all day. Might be a bit of food or water in this police station. No, no. I'm not having it. Oof. I am so incredibly lucky. There we go. Let's heal up. More zombies. Ah, I've never found one of those. It's got to be so incredibly rare that much less that I find one in my time of need. Alright, let's just deal with the zombies. Hey, and there we go. I am mobile again. So I'm really glad I checked those last few buildings. Ended up getting myself a can of spaghetti, which is pretty good, and some drink. So I've got my... oh, hello. Goodbye. I've got myself some food, some drink, and probably the luckiest medkit of my life, and I'm gonna gratuitously take my leave here because I did not deserve to survive that, if I'm gonna be honest. Broken legs, middle of the city, in the nighttime is, generally speaking, a death sentence with no more ammunition than I have. Especially if somebody heard those shots. Speaking of which, should probably try to escape as soon as possible. It would be a cruel and bitter end to me if I died sitting in the car looking at my map after having survived all of that, so... So it's early the next morning. Sun will be coming up in just a few minutes probably, but made it through the whole ordeal. Now that the server is restarted, it means that all of these locations will have their loot supplies refreshed, so what I might do is journey on up towards this quarry up here. I'm just running up now. I'm not too worried about people being here as it is very far north and most people are asleep right now, which makes it prime time to be looting for base building materials, but I believe I already have all that. It's a map on the ground next to that glue canister. But this compound is actually pretty cool. I've been here once already to get the stone when my recording died, but ended up back here anyways to show off some of the neato features that Mike has added to the map. We'll just check this. Ooh, is that a pumpkin? It's a pumpkin. I can now call this a Halloween special. I think I can eat it, can't I? Yeah! Wow. Restores all of my HP in 30 seconds. Sun's starting to come up, so some of that color vibrance is coming back, and it's not looking so washed out anymore, which is good, because this game does look absolutely beautiful, in my opinion, when the sun is shining. It's one big digger. Anyways, of those materials I was showing you, you had to get in order to build the base foundation at least. Required 25 rocks, essentially, and that's these guys, pile of stones. Now, I've already collected all of those, so you don't have to watch me walk around and individually pick up each pile, but it's still a really cool part of the map. All this is custom made by Mike, I believe. And man, do I want to put a base on that digger. But there you have it. There's the quarry, and just gonna take the loot I got from here and maybe make 1 or 2 stops on my way back to where I plan to make the base. Hopefully start breaking ground up there at some point soon. Oh. How much of an idiot am I? Oh, what? You're kidding me. Oh. It's a helicopter crash. Bet you $9 it's already been looted. Okay, I don't see anything in the tree line. But my naked eyes probably wouldn't. Got a backpack. And a blood bag. I don't know why my guy is stuck. Slow walking. There we go. What was that? Radio. Oh, zombies. Used to be some kind of missile. I would happily trade the missile for just about anything else. Oh my goodness. Just got an excellent backpack. Got a blueprint for the house. Got some cooler clothing. No guns, it appears, unfortunately. Which is a bit of a bummer, but I'll take what I can get. Throw this in the backpack and be on my way before I get hit. Ah, I got hit. Well, I've got the blueprint back at least. I can be thankful for that. Now just to get back to my body, try to pick up the rest of the stuff I had. Now, I think I'll just continue the trend of doing pretty stupid things that are likely to get me killed, and I think I'll head up to Green Mountain and loot it. The big spire you might have been able to see in the background as I was driving around that car. The gate's closed, that's a good sign. Don't think anyone's here, but yeah, the car is gone. It was parked out around front. Yo, zombie, how you doing? You're supposed to stay outside that door. Need a gun. As quick as possible. Thank you. Bison. With the scope. And... hi, you are going to die. So sorry about that. And I got a nice M4. Let's just check something. Can I actually equip? Oh, you can. This used to be broken. It's not anymore. You can actually put the long-range optics on these. Very nice. Now, the only issue is that that weapon doesn't actually have any ammo, so I'll have to roll with the PP Bison. Drop the flashlight. And... oh, no. No, I did not just find an M110. Well, I may have lost, conceivably, everything that I had worked the past 3 hours for, but this makes up for that. By quite a bit. Just run all the way back, and no body to be found. Well, took out a bit of frustration on those zombies. Made it back to Lapatino. Now, unfortunately, I made an assumption here. And I had forgotten. I got so engaged in the similarities to Arma 2 that I forgot when you die in Arma 3. If you are in the vehicle at the time of the explosion, your body is no more. which means my body is gone. Now, this is a car. The car I was looking at around the time I exploded, actually, just there. So I suppose my best bet now is to try to repair that vehicle and just get over the loss of all the gear on that body. So I finished checking Lapatino for the parts, and to no surprise, didn't find everything I'd need to get the car running. So just kind of charted myself out a path. I'm gonna go from Lapatino down to Vibor, follow Cabinino. If I still haven't found the parts I need by the time I get there, then I'm gonna have to venture into Starry. Maybe check the tents, which I think Mike has actually added those military tents. So, and there are more people on now than previously, so I'm a bit paranoid. Oh, I didn't check this button. But I'm a bit paranoid that as I head further towards the little strip of land in between Starry and Northwest Airfield, this territory right here is very dangerous. It's probably where the highest concentration of militarized players are, so I'll have to just stay about maybe a kilometer off the southern end of the airfield. I should be fine, but I guess we'll see how it goes. Oh, here we go. This is actually something I might need. Okay, not might need. Oh, no way. I wasn't sure if I saw that tire there, if it wasn't actually a tire, but... Oh my goodness. And a CZ. I guess I missed this on the way in. I can't really carry all this. I'll see if I can move something around. Most likely not. Oh, I can. Excuse me. Man, so all that spiel I was going on about venturing into the dangerous neck of the woods by Starry and Northwest, I guess I don't have to do that. I can go slap this on the car, see if I can get it running. If I was correct, I need the full box, I need the engine I just got, and I think I need an oil canister to get that new part added. And I do have a wrench, I believe, already down there at the car that I can add this last tire onto. And so after that, I should be good to go. So I actually got my hopes up. A little too early. Got the wheel replaced on that vehicle. Oh, that's terrible. Got the wheel replaced, however, I need a butane torch. Oh, shut up, please. Thank you. I need a butane torch to actually put in the engine. I thought I needed a oil canister, which I had. So it's a bit of a bummer, a little bit of a setback, but it is getting a little bit overcast now, which should actually help me as I kind of cross through some of these fields on my way back to Cabinino and such. So I'll just be on the hunt. I'm still very, very grateful for finding that engine component, so I won't play that down, but just got a little ways yet to go before I can get that car running. Taking shots. Shooting suppressed rounds does not hold. Not sure where they... Oh. It's off to my right. And I healed up. Oof, almost died. I should honestly just keep moving as soon as I heal. He wasn't having any luck hitting me while I was running. I just don't see this guy. Might be him over there by that tree, but... I just can't tell. soon as my health gets up, I'm just gonna book it. I might see him next to that tree. Okay. Oh, I see him running up. Ah, we traded. Well. That's annoying. So many things have happened since I got that trade kill by Lapatino. None of them good. I actually did record a decent bit, but I decided, since I'd already shown you once starting from scratch and kind of building my way back up to some decent gear, I wasn't going to bother showing it twice, because that would be pretty repetitive. So I've gotten back up to relatively the same level of loot I had. Actually died once in between because a motorbike decided to enact its rage on me, which I'll put that in if I can. The audio is a bit goofy on it, but not going to let that bother me too much. I've got a decent 7.62 rifle, have a G36 and an AK. However, the G36 is being a little weird. It won't take my ammunition. I was taking it just the other day before I logged off, so I'm not sure what's happened there. But, not too bothered. Got the SCAR, and 40 rounds for it, so I'm just gonna do one more quick sweep of Green Mountain before I head off. Try to find a vehicle. There should be one kind of on this road, if I can show you, exiting Cabanino, coming to Vibor. I think somewhere in this patch of trees is where I remember seeing it. Loot seemed to have been kind of glitching out. I saw an RPK as I ran in, and then it seemed everything in the building kind of disappeared, so I'm logging back in. But while I do, before I forget, I've got some coins here. And if I remember to, my new methodology when deciding whether to kill on sight or try to make friends is going to be that I take one of these coins and just flip it. And whatever happens to land on, I think I'll make heads kill, tails befriend. So if I remember to do that when I get into fights, if I have the opportunity, that is, and it should make for some interesting engagements. So I'm done looting. Got myself this chest rig, which is a bit better than that police one I had, as well as got myself an AK that I can actually fire rounds from, as opposed to that G36, which just didn't take my bullets. And special little treat I'll be heading towards in just a moment. I'm getting pretty close. I'm on the hunt to rid Chernarus of what is probably the deadliest entity alive. If I can find it, that is. That would be the motorcycle that killed me. There it is. Green Mountain's pretty close to where I died. And motorcycle, I'm gonna be a bit cautious here because I don't want it to kill me again. Yeah, still glitched out, otherwise I'd be able to get on it. So I'm gonna stand back and do the people of Chernarus a favor. Goodbye. I might be a little close. Oh, what? You know, probably shouldn't have put it at the 100-meter hash, but it went high. Well, now I feel a little bit silly. I'll have to come back to that. If I find another explosive, I'll come back to it and aim a bit lower. So I'm just on the outskirts of Cabanino. car's really nowhere to be found. If I remember correctly, I was heading out of Cavanino on the way back to Green Mountain and saw it in either that patch of trees or that patch of trees which I just left, and it's in neither of those now, so I'm going to assume somebody's repaired it, or my memory is failing me to the extent that I don't really have a good chance of finding it. So just going to check Cavanino and see if I get lucky. Move on down to Starry, because I actually haven't been into Starry since I think he's added some new locations. So I actually swapped out the chest rig I got from Green Mountain. Found a slightly better one in a hunting hut, which higher carrying capacity and a little bit lower armor, but I'm assuming if I get into a gunfight, 20 armor won't make the difference between life and death. If it comes down to that, then there's a mistake I've made, and I probably deserve to die. As well as, I don't expect to get into a fight. There's not exactly a very high number of people on it at the moment. So I should be pretty safe, but it's always good to take precautions. That hill up there is something I need to be a bit wary of. Overlooks the sniper hill on Starry, and has a couple hunting blinds, which means pretty good chance of spawning a weapon. Not like anybody would have made it this far north without already having a weapon. It's just a contributing factor nonetheless, I guess. Oh, that's a Heli crash site. So that makes this area twice as dangerous. I don't really need a gun, but I wouldn't say no to a better chest rig, to be honest. And I guess all I was going to do was check Starry for some weaponry anyways, so might as well go see what's going on at the Heli crash. I'll take the hill. I don't want to cross this field between Sniper Hill, Starry, and this monstrosity of a defensive position. So I was just running up this hillside when I looked out into the field and noticed there's a camo Hilux out there, and it's positioned pretty suspiciously in between two of the most secure sniper positions in all of Trinaris. But the optimist in me is gonna go take a look. Oh, I should have swapped the scope I had equipped. I'm gonna try to do that real quick. A little easier now than when I'm getting shot at. I'm gonna keep my gun out as well. If there were more people on, I wouldn't do this. It would be too risky, but this could be a good deal. Okay, it starts, actually, has fuel. It needs one wheel. Are you kidding me? Okay. I know what I'm doing now. We're gonna get one wheel, and we're gonna have ourselves a Hilux, or pickup truck, rather. I don't know why from a distance it looked like it's camo. Let me see if it does it again when I get further away. Oh, it does. It changes colors as you zoom in. Look at that. It's got active camouflage on it. It's totally intentional. Pretty cool. I'll check this Heli crash and head back out. That, I'm not sure exactly. I still don't know what events would have led up to that truck being stranded on nearly full fuel with good components in the middle of the field. My guess would be a gunfight, because there's nothing really to wreck that tire on out there. Wheel, rather. But, Starry should have some industrial loot. Might get myself a tire, and wouldn't even bother me that much that I missed out on finding a vehicle east of Cavanino, since I just found one to the north of it. Pretty suspicious, though. Oop, yep, good reason. Getting shot at. Somewhere near the Heli crash. Okay. gonna back off. Just through these bushes. The guy's probably gonna chase me. So if I get some elevation on him, I should be a bit better off. The shots sounded like they were coming from a decent ways off. It might have been from the red building there. That'd be my first guess. Someone's probably climbed up into that building and is overlooking the heli crash. Might not have shot at me just now, actually. Oh, could be from that adjacent hill as well. It's a bit dangerous. I'm just trying to pie off some angles. Don't see anything on that adjacent hill, and from the delay I was hearing off those shots, I don't think he was that far away. My guess would still be inside that red building there. Well, I'm gonna back off some regardless. Fan is swinging around this guy to the east, to be honest, if I can get that done. Not getting killed, but that would mean crossing that field. So we'll check the rock, and then the rock's clear. If he's on that adjacent hill, he's gonna have a tough time hitting me as I cross this field. I'll put my gun up and just go for it. I still think he's pretty confidently somewhere in that red building. Probably third person peeking over the top of that wall. And if so, it shouldn't be too hard to kill. I just want to get a line of sight and make sure he's not just camping at that crash tower using it as cover. Take a bite to eat. This is going to be a bit of a frustration. Oh, there we go. I think I found him. He's at the crash. I can't really do anything about these enemies. I'm gonna stick to cover. Try to put this rock in between me and him as I approach. Yeah, I see him. Oh, well, he shouldn't have shot at me. That's all I'm gonna say. Yeah, I got him. I think I actually headshot him as he went behind that bush, but I just saw his body fall on the other side of it. I think I actually dropped him somewhere. Yeah, I hear the flies now. There he is. Oh, just got a Mosin Nagant with a scope. That would have been an issue if you made it to cover, actually. You could have one-shot me with that. Let's see what he had. Oh, I need some clean water. I'll craft that real quick. Let's see what his name was in a moment. Yeah, he had mostly just basic gear. Now, I am kind of curious. This Mosin Nagant, if I can find it. There it is. This Mosin Nagant with a scope. Is it particularly good? I don't know what the scope on it looks like, but I'm about to find out. fairly certain my chest rig is better than that police vest, but I'll check it out. 36 armor, 100 capacity. Yeah, mine beats it. It's got higher capacity. But take back my chest rig. I'm actually going to swap the clothing with the dude. No real reason, just like his clothes. I don't need any of that. Just throw all the medical supplies back into my clothing. And we're good to go. Good to go. Let's see what the scope looks like. Okay. That's helpful. Thank you, scope. Zombies heading off the crash site now. Let me just see. There's got to be a way I can use this scope, correct? There we go. Ah! Now, don't think this is going to be quite as good as my Scar, but I'll do some target practice on some zombies with it. I think it's actually too big to fit in my backpack, so I won't keep it for long. It'll be a hindrance at some point. Yeah, it's too large to fit in my backpack. But cool to have nonetheless. I'll mess around with it a bit. Now to check for that tire. I need that tire. Got sidetracked when I got shot at there, but it's a good thing you didn't hit me on that first shot as I was crossing through that foliage, because I think it would have killed me with the Nagant. If damage models are similar to Arma 2 at least. I'll do some target practice on the zombie. It's ranged to 900 meters. If you check the bottom right, that's probably why it didn't hit me. I can't actually change that either, so I'll just aim at his feet. And maybe kill him. There we go. Just gotta aim at the feet. It's a cool gun. Not very practical to keep though, so I'm gonna drop it for just a moment to get my Scar back out in case I gotta do another gunfight. Much better. I need to swap optics as well. Hey, zombie. Oh! I don't think I could be any luckier. All I need now is a wrench. And the zombie's gonna hit me. Zombies, play. Them Counter-Strike skills.